I was asked not long ago if I was going to be as critical of this administration as I was of the last. Well, I began my criticizing when Johnson was in office, and except for about a 2 or 3 week honeymoon I gave Carter, I've been attempting to point out what I thought were obvious inconsistencies between their words and actions. Empty campaign promises, a good friend of mine labeled them. Long before any of them ever sat in that office, and I didn't even need to know about the CFR, the Trilateral Commission, the Federal Reserve, or the Bilderberg Group, or any of those organizations, like the Rothschilds and such. To know the direction of my nation was 180 degrees out of sync with those two little documents that created this government in the first place. Having been raised to be proud of my mixed race background and encouraged to read and remember what I read and to think critically, I was soon aware of the give and take tug-of-war between those who believed in the Declaration of Independence and those who thought an elite should rule, beginning with my own mom and pop respectively. Kennedy, one who acted like he believed in the Declaration, and as Gore Vidal pointed out, Jack did say, appearance is what matters. JFK getting killed just as my attention was being directed to the wider world around me set the stage upon which my political observations have played. I soon became aware that except for a few brief moments and some rare examples, power has most often been in the hands of those who treated the Declaration and the Constitution as empty campaign promises. From shortly after they were signed up until now, even the champions, including the authors, tended to fall sway to the power of the office when the reins were in their hands. Such is the nature of man and the seduction of power, and why the fourth branch, which is not the press, that's just the voice, we the people have the duty, the obligation to serve notice on the other three branches from time to time. The Golden Door, produced and copywritten in 1972, has chemtrails in the last scene before the title is displayed. The poisons that infect us all are daily being sprayed. I go outside come evening to a metallic taste. I do my chores, then head indoors in haste. How far from the protection and defense of our nation our government has strayed. Inoculating troops with vaccinations unknown and most untested, the FDA proclaims that vitamin B6 must be prescribed before ingested. A fake cure fed by fear, young girls are pushed into buying Gardasil. A militant police state as the answer to our ills. From a bold foundation based on freedom, this country has been wrested. Wrested from our sleeping fingers and the stench of oligarchy and tyranny does linger. The Shapacalypse arrived as we spent into oblivion. Indebted we serve Mammon while praying in some god's pavilion. My belief, the gods are all giving us the finger. All the holy theses have common themes, and we should pay attention. You got to act for all. You must not fall into a material distraction. How you treat the least will seal your fate. Live in the here and now, and do not hesitate. But as for me, I have 3 kids, and they have children. And besides, it's really fun to be the cause of agitation. I see the youth arise in protest, and I smile. And now, into the circle file.